I've decided to do some watercolour, which I haven't done for some time. Probably, I thought about 6 months, but I think it's even longer than that. Anyway, I'm about to show you what paper I'm using at the moment. It's a brand called Coleman gummed watercolour paper. It's a nice texture. It's not too smooth. I bought some of this frog tape, and actually it worked pretty well, apart from the last piece that I tried to take off of the piece of art, but I was rushing. But it definitely works better than the masking tape that I've been using before. So here you'll see me just taping up these edges, and in fact I think I end up going over it twice because I'm trying to get all sides equal. I haven't done this for some time, so I'm a little bit out of out of practice. Ideally, it would have been nice to get a piece of glass to go underneath and tape it to that and then spray it with some water underneath perhaps, but I didn't have a piece of glass, so I've been using this piece of chipboard, I think it is. Well, it's actually MDF, but it's quite smooth and it's like got a coating on the back. So here I am just taping up these bits and pieces. I do love watercolour and I find it quite therapeutic. It's quite relaxing, and I love to use ink, pencils and stuff after it's dried to finish it off, and I find that really relaxing. If any of you out there have never tried watercolour before, I highly recommend you try it because you can make it easy or you can make it hard. It's up to you. I make it easy because I like to just, I don't put in fine detail with the watercolour. I like to just pop the colours on, and unless I've got an idea in my mind, I just pop them on and let them do their own thing. And then you can create whatever you want to create with the pink pen and the ink afterwards. You'll find sometimes, there you go, see, I have quickly gone over it again so it's all equal. So here we go. Where am I now? Back again. Like I say, this is the first time I've ever done a watercolour video, and I can honestly say I really enjoyed it. This is the book that I like to go to. It's a new book. I have not gone through this book yet and done any watercolours from, used any of the pictures as reference, but the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. And there are so many. I have actually got a few books which I will show in different videos, but this one is lovely. So yes, I think I'm going to pick that design there. Yeah, that's the one. And I sort of like take bits of it out and pop it on the paper in front of me with watercolour, if that makes sense. You'll see behind me there's another painting. That's actually acrylic and resin, because I also do acrylic and resin. For those of you that already watch my videos, you'll know that. I also do embroidery too, which I'm very, very new to. This is how I started doing all these videos, I think, if I remember rightly. These are lovely brushes to work with. These are actually made by Escoda, I think they are. But they're lovely brushes. I will eventually get to put in some watercolour down on paper, honestly. Here we go. I think I'm a bit of a loss at first because I haven't done it in such a long time and my brain's ticking away. I'm trying to think now, what do I want to do first? So I just lay a bit of water on, actually not realising that it's not really going onto the paper. It seems to be going more in the brush than the paper. I do realise that later. I think I get a thicker brush and then start to slop the water on a bit more. Ideally I need a little spray can. I have got some small spray cans, but they had coloured ink in them, so I couldn't really use those at first. They need a good washout. Here we go with a fatter brush, so get a bit more water down. I don't always pre-soak the paper either. Sometimes I just lay it straight on top, but we'll see that in future videos. Cup of tea time. I wasn't quite sure about this because this was something I was just going with. I wasn't referring to anything. And after I put the yellow down, I started to envisage orchids, irises, those sort of flowers, and I just went with it really. As you'll see, I think I ended up liking this one more than the other, but then actually afterwards I started to prefer the other one again, and well, you know how it is. But like I said, just two colours mixed together. I'm going back onto the green. I love this green. I must refer to my reference to see exactly which green this is, but it's such a lovely green. It's like a sap green. I use this green a lot when I'm doing acrylics. It's like a goldy green actually. It's really nice. But this one started to come together and I started to enjoy building it. So I'll leave you again with some music. Right, as you will see, I am talking to the camera, but I'm actually voicing over this video. I didn't realise I didn't have the camera straight looking at me, and I deleted the audio before I looked at it properly. Anyway, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. Here I'm using Rembrandt watercolours, and they're really good paints. They are quite expensive, not the most expensive, but they are really highly pigmented. These here are by a company called Kramer, and they are very high pigment gold. The golds are what I bought these for. They are absolutely lovely paints, and I've only just used them today in this video. So I don't know what I'm gabbling on about here because I deleted the audio, but I'm telling you about this gold, and it is a really good gold. And it doesn't take long before it emulsifies. Just a touch of water, and it's, you haven't got to wait for the paint to, soften, so you're able to use it. And it really does show up on the piece of art. It's lovely paint. Here I am, really talking to nobody. I will get used to all this video and filming lark eventually. These here are another kind of gold pigment paints, and these are made by Fine-Tech in Germany, and they too are very good paints. They show up really well, but they take a little longer than the Kramer to emulsify, but it's still not a problem, and they last for ages. Here we have some Schmink paints. I've used these a couple of times, and these are lovely metallics, very highly pigmented again. You definitely get what you pay for. I have had the odd box of very, very cheap paints, watercolour paints, and they are terrible. But you can't see the true metallic through the filming, but on paper they look gorgeous. So there we go. I'm really looking forward to creating some lovely watercolours and doodles and stuff with you, and I think I'm going to carry this on and see how popular it gets. If it is popular, then I will consider just keeping it up. But did I mention this book? This book here is one of my go-to books, and I've only just started to go to it today. but I have looked through it quite a few times. It's a lovely book called A Garden of Eden, and it's got some really nice illustrations inside, beautiful illustrations. So here I am, just giving a little bit of a talk on the book, pointing to the one that I referenced off of. And as you can see, it's not exactly the same, but the elements are there. So there we go. I think I'm going to stop in a minute and get on with the pen work. And what I'm doing actually is I'm waiting for it to dry. Such a shame that I deleted the audio. I don't really know how to get it back, but it's done now. I'll learn for next time. So anyway, I think I will put some music on and let you watch the rest of this. Hopefully I'll get on with some ink work soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will definitely be doing more of these. I really enjoyed doing this today. I haven't done watercolour for months and months, and I really do like this. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I quite like this one. And I'm going to cut these two down the centre, and then I shall have them mounted. Yeah, so please watch out for further videos like this one. I will be using a range of different watercolours. We'll be doing a range of different things with like techniques and stuff. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. I think there's a notification bell there. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I am babbling. It was nice painting with you. Bye for now.